Hello, this is the Georgia Freeman and Anti-Statist Atheist here to discuss a word that's been bothering me a lot in its usage, and that is the word deserve. Please check out my website at www.gafreeman.net. That's GAFREEMAN.net. Let's begin, as always, with definitions. Deserve, defined. Do something or to have or to show qualities worthy of a reaction which rewards or punishes as appropriate. The definition of entitlement. A belief that one is deserving of certain privileges. So those two are circular, and we see immediately how deserve equals entitlement and entitlement equals deserve. But if we look carefully at the definition of deserve and then we discuss the historical components of deserve, I think that we will have a better understanding of this conflation. To discuss deserve. The root of deserve is the Latin verb deservire, meaning to serve well and enthusiastically as a soldier or public servant might serve the citizens of Rome. Such a loyal and zealous servant has in most civilized societies the understandable expectation that his or her service will be rewarded. The fact that the service that someone renders earns them the right to expect a reward for their work led to the change in the word deserve. In late Latin, roughly the 3rd to 6th centuries AD, the classical Latin meaning of deservire, to serve well, gradually shifted to that of to earn or to be entitled to by serving well. It was this earned it meaning which became the Old French deservir, which eventually in the 13th century became the English verb to deserve. The initial sense of deserve in English was to earn a rightful claim by doing something, by action. But by the 15th century it had taken on the modern meaning of simply having earned a claim or entitlement to something. Now, to me, having earned a claim or entitlement means earned, and you earn something by doing something. Today, for many, and in my experience, the word deserve has taken on the meaning simply to be entitled to something. An entitlement meaning an unearned reward or privilege. For example, when someone suggests that you deserve love, do you deserve love? If someone says you deserve happiness, do you deserve happiness? What does anyone really deserve? If you are going to understand the word deserve as entitlement, then we can change the word deserve in the sentences to the word entitled and say you are entitled to love or you are entitled to happiness. If this is true, who owes you this entitlement? If someone owes you love in this life, then it is your parents because they made the initial choice to bring you into this world. You had no option in who your parents were or how you arrived or where you landed. You arrived as a tiny, unprotected, innocent infant that truly was entitled to be cared for in that moment. Your parents owed you a good life and love and protection. Your parents caused you to be here, and they are responsible for your happiness and protection to the best of their abilities during your infancy and childhood. Once you are an independent adult and you have become responsible for yourself, then no one owes you anything, and you do not deserve anything by meaning of unearned entitlement. You can still be entitled to and deserve your parents' love, but you may not want that. With respect to anyone else, you can only earn love or anything else that you may want from other individuals. You can trade for it, ask for it, but you have no actual entitlement to anything anyone else has, and they owe you nothing. So, how do you earn love from someone else? There is no simple answer to this, but the fundamentals are, in my opinion, as follows. Love is the natural response to virtue. Your virtues must be so solid that you attract someone that will reflect those values to you. Be honest to yourself and to those around you and expect honesty in return. Have empathy and expect that in return. Be open and accepting and expect that in return. Finally, remember that when you choose someone and they choose you, then you have said you will accept them at all costs, and you should expect the same from them. This is called working to earn love and having boundaries and realistic expectations of return of value for value and virtue for virtue. You must earn love, and by earning that love, you do deserve it. Do you deserve happiness? To me, this is an unanswerable question because you do have the right to seek happiness, but there is no way to say that you are entitled to happiness. Again, if you are entitled to happiness, then who owes that to you? And how do you assess what they owe you? Happiness is something that you can earn from yourself and an internal feeling, but other than this, how could you be entitled to happiness in any way? Happiness is an individual judgment and feeling and responsibility. Happiness is purely subjective and cannot be bargained for, negotiated for, or traded. How can anyone judge the happiness of another person or what is the right amount of happiness for any given person? Happiness is a subjective value that cannot be externally earned or traded. There is no way to deserve happiness or to be entitled to it. To summarize, to deserve something means to earn it, not to be entitled to it. You can earn rewards, and so you can be said to deserve something after hard work and earning it. However, you are entitled to nothing from no one, and therefore you do not deserve anything unearned.
Click like, share and check out my Patreon.